Inside at 231 pounds. Lost.
All right, in the ring right now, the Hustler Rip Rogers taking on Randy Penton out of Pace, Florida. And we see, of course, at ringside, the ever-present Brenda Britton.
Well, we thought maybe after the incident that happened last week that Miss Britton may not have decided to make an appearance today on TV Wrestling. By the way, out to join us for the commentary on this match, Charlie, a gentleman who'd had more than his share of trouble with Mr. Rip Rogers over the last couple of weeks. Of course, we're talking about the tremendously popular Jacques Rougeau. This TV match, and wait, look at this! Randy Penton, who we talked about just a couple of weeks ago. Jacques is being an up-and-coming young star, is taking this match right off the bat. He's after Rip Rogers.
Oh, yes, sir. Anytime anybody gets into the ring with Rip Rogers, it's very best to go and have a win right here on TV, because they know that Rip Rogers is top contender, or used to be, of the junior lightweight.
Well, I know, Charlie, that although Mr. Rogers no longer competes in the junior heavyweight category, I think Mr. Rougeau had a lot to do with that on TV just a couple of weeks ago.
Indeed, he did. He had a lot to do with it. He brought to our attention the fact that Mr. Rogers was a bit overweight, brought the scales out, and that was a whole incident in itself, Jacques.
Well, you know, Charlie, it's been a war that's been going on for a month now. And if we all recall, he's the one that started it. I was in a death match, and Rip Rogers come running out of the dressing room and come and cut Reigns loose, and that cost me for a big beating, you know. And then me and Johnny Rich brought out the scales, and we thought we ought to give him back some of his change, because he's becoming a heavyweight. Whether he likes it or not, he's put on some size, and he can't go in with guys like this and expect to have 20 pounds over a guy and get away with it.
In the ring now, young Randy Penton, who, by the way, played football for a couple of years in Pace, Florida, a town very close to my hometown of Pensacola. Played successfully for the Pace Patriots, although he's not faring as well in this match as he did on his debut appearance here on Southeastern Wrestling.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's one thing for sure is Brenda Britton right now. She's kind of minding her own business. I still don't like the idea of her being at ringside like that, but we're going to do something about that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jacques, a big win right now on TV for Hustler Rip Rogers with a full Boston crowd. If you'll stick around for a couple of minutes, Jacques, what we'd like to do is play a little videotape from last week right here on Southeastern Championship Wrestling.
Yes, indeed, because you did bring quite a surprise to not only the fans, but to Mr. Rogers by bringing your own valet on television last week.
Well, you know, it was kind of something that was coming. I'd like for the people that hadn't seen it to keep an eye on the camera right now, because they're fixing to see something. The funniest thing that has ever happened to me in my professional career. I mean, I've been down the road, and I've had a lot of hard matches, but this time was just the time to have a little bit of fun and to show Brenda Britton that there's not only, she's not the only big blonde woman walking around town. And I went to Montgomery, and I went and got me old Johnny Rich's sister, and, well, picture says 1,000 words right there.
Jeanette Rich, I think, is her name, and there you see Jeanette entering the ring right now. Wait a minute.
To ringside is...
Right down here, Mr. Canada, Mr. Jacques Rougeau. You're not going to embarrass me on TV. You're not going to make fun of my valet, Miss Brenda Britton. I'll tell you what, Rougeau. Let's do it man to man, baby. You get rid of Johnny Rich. I know that's Johnny Rich. That's not a girl. I'm not stupid. You get Johnny Rich. You get rid of him as your valet, and I'll take Brenda Britton and beat you man to man, and you're not going to